What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Armchair GM Sports Network, your source for North American sports coverage by sports fans, for sports fans. And we're here back with the Ottawa Senators Armchair GM. I'm sorry. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Armchair GM Sports Network, your source for sports coverage by sports fans, for sports fans. And I meant to say North American sports coverage. There you go. You got it right, Kyle. That's right. I'm Kyle. I'm back here with the Ottawa Senators GM Mode commentary series on NHL 20. We are here in the offseason of year number 6 now, I believe. I keep forgetting the years. I'll have to go back and see what year we're on. I'm almost certain we're year number 6. But as you've seen in the last video, I gave you guys like a free agent preview, and contemplated maybe getting Matthews, Aho, maybe a Tarasenko. But you know what, guys? I just recently watched a YouTube video on, it was by 2BC Productions 2BC. He does a lot of NHL videos, and he got me into wanting to do these types of GMO commentaries. I've watched him for years, so that's why I decided to do this, basically because of him. And I watched one of his recent videos where he showed about the line chemistry and what works, and he kind of did like a whole simulation. It's really cool. You guys go check it out if you want to learn some tips with your GM mode. And I kind of want to base it off that a little bit, which I can't really show you how I want to do it until we get the edit line screen. So basically, we're looking to maximize our talent on the team with the chemistry. So I'm going to take a little bit of his strategy and put it with us. So we still have to get Barkov off the team, which is going to be part of our strategy, which I'll get to. But the first line is like our third line is going to, or sorry, our second line is at +3. We kind of want to maximize that that first line. So right now, Strome is the center, which I think I'm going to keep there. If not, I could try to move Strome and try to sign Matthews. I'd have the cap space by getting rid of Barkov and Strome. We can sign Matthews long term, but then I'm looking at like the other players on our team that we still need to give contracts to. Like we still got to give a contract to. Let's take a look here. Who's coming up? Actually, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe we'll be okay. Actually, I just thought about it because the way he did it was line one, it would be a top center, a good top end right winger, which would be Ivanov, and then you put a different kind of winger, just a substitute winger in there, like a low overall winger that helps maximize the talent. You find one of those low overall wingers that are suitable for line one in the coach's scheme in free agency. I'll show you guys what I mean later. So I think maybe that's what we're going to do. But as for the defensive part of his strategy, he had a two-way defender working with an offensive defenseman on the first two defensive lines. So right now, Chabot and Lindholm are two-way defenders, and we have one offensive defenseman with Brandstrom. So all we need right now is to go out and get one more offensive defenseman, and our top four will be secure, and that's a good way to maximize them. So again, I'll show you guys more what I mean when we get to the edit line stuff. So right now, I did a little bit of pre-scouting already to who I want to trade for, and I found a offensive defenseman that is going to be a perfect fit for our team, and is looking to be traded off their current team, and I think would fit into our top four, and it's from the Winnipeg Jets, and that is defenseman Pionk. So 86 overall, 28 years old, only 2 years left at 5.3. So by the time our rookies that are right now that we just drafted in our past draft, by the time they develop, Pionk will be ready to go, and we can replace them with one of them. So look at that. Offense, defenseman, his big stats here, guys, are his defensive and offensive awareness. You see that? Offensive awareness 91, defensive awareness 90, 85 shot blocking, 87 stick checking is all right. He's got decent shooting and puck moving skills, but this guy is a pure offensive defenseman. Look at that. He fits in our defensive pairing 1, which I will try to see if him and Chabot would work better than him and Brandstrom, but either way, Brandstrom and Lindholm have worked together, and they have a plus in their coaching scheme, so they're fine as where they are. So we're going to trade for Pionk. The other guy I was looking at was from the Edmonton Oilers, and it was Evan Bouchard, who is 3 years, but younger. He had pretty good stats as well. He had better shooting and puck-moving skills, but his offensive awareness and defensive awareness were lower. I could go for this guy. We'd be taking him on for another year. It was really tough to decide which one, but I think it's easier to go after. That's why. So The reason that I chose Pionk over Bouchard is because we'd be trading Edmonton Barkov, and you look at their center core, they really don't need Barkov. If you look at the Winnipeg Jets center core, they could use a guy like Barkov. They only have Scheifele, Bennett, and then barely Bennett. So it just makes sense to trade with the Winnipeg Jets in this case. So we're going to get Pionk here. If we can add in Barkov, I believe that'll be a sufficient trade. We could probably get more out of the Winnipeg Jets. I don't want to take too much. Let's just take a look and see. I want to look at their wingers because maybe we can find that one winger that can fit on the first line. That way I don't have to go and sign someone. So they have Sorensen and Lemieux. Let's just take a look at them, see where they fit in their team. Not scouted, so we can't really tell. And then no one here. So probably nobody there. I don't think they have any rookie scares that we could take. No. Looks like we're just going to be going for a draft pick, and we'll be taking their first-round pick for next year. I think that's a fair enough trade to get Pionk and their first for Alexander Barkov. That'll for sure go through. So Pionk, welcome to... No, okay. So the first... That really didn't work. I thought that would work. Okay, so we'd have to throw in something. So how about the third for the year after? Would that go through? Wow, okay. I'm willing to give up the second for next year. That's okay. Wow. Okay, sweeten just a touch. So maybe if we don't ask for their first for next year, but we ask it for the year after that, would that go through? Really? Okay, what about the first for the year after and the third for the year after? We'll swap out there. Does that go through? Really? Oh, the second for the year after. Does that go through? Okay, this is it's getting annoying here. So we asked for that first round pick for next year. And we give them the third for next year and the third for the year after that. Would that go through? Really? That's not sweetening just a touch? Why isn't this not going through? I'm not just going to get Pionk for Barkov. If I want something, okay, I want a third for next year. I want your second for the year and third for the year after that. So how about that? We're getting 2 thirds and a second with Pionk. Would that go through? No. Okay. You know what? The second and third for the year after. Would that go through? There we go. Okay, so we have Barkov off the team, Pionk joining the team. So there's that, guys, to fill out our top 4 there. So now let's go to the... Oh, yeah, so we're going to have to move somebody. Oh, yeah, because Mauricio O'Reilly. Oh, man, this kind of sucks. I don't want to move, let's just kind of find a trade. Maybe we have to. Maybe we might have to part ways with Mauricio O'Reilly here, guys, just for the benefit of maximizing that top line. I'm gonna try this strategy, and I really hope it does work. You know what? How about we don't trade him just yet? We sign that one guy, see what the chemistry's like, and then we go from there. So I think that's what we'll do. So let's sign a free agent. We're not going to go for the big gun Matthews here, even though we're going to have $16 million in cap space. Or maybe didn't I say that we could? Yeah, okay. I said that we probably could if we traded Strome now. Yeah, you know what? Let's find a trade for Ryan Strome. Okay, what am I doing? Got to get back on track here, Kyle. Got to get this team to a Stanley Cup. So Ryan Strome, who's got a lot of trade value, so we can definitely get. I think we can definitely get something good for him. So let's just find trade. No trades were found. Really? Open block. Okay, there we go. So someone wants to give us Bjorkstrand or Bobrovsky and Borgstrom. No. That's the only trade? Well, the one thing I can do is I want to make sure we sign Auston Matthews. So let's make sure we sign Auston Matthews first, and then we'll worry about trading Strome. So let's go and offer Mr. Matthews a contract. He's definitely going to be a lifer here with the Ottawa Senators here. So let's just see what we can do. We're going to have to offer him a lot because there's going to be teams wanting his services. So I'm going to try to offer him 11.3 for 7 years. I think that's a fair enough contract because cap's going to go up. We'll be able to afford him. Let's offer that 11.3 for that the next 7 years. So We're going to be building around Auston Matthews and Shabbat on D, so they'll be our big two. Okay, no, decline. I didn't accept the trade. Okay, decline these trades. What is happening here? Take all these people off. Advanced day. I want to see if I can sign Matthews. Okay, so I believe it's the 5th day we find out. No, it's after the 5th day. Okay, so is Auston Matthews a Ottawa Senator? He is. He's extremely happy to accept the offer. We have Auston Matthews on the team. That is fantastic. Let's just decline that and then go and get rid of Ryan Strome. So now that we have Auston Matthews on the team, let's find a suitable home for Mr. Strome. There he is. All right. Let's trade him to a team that could use a center. How about that? We'll go through each team, and we'll make sure we're making this fair. So obviously not the Anaheim Ducks. Okay, not the no. Gotta make sure we sort by overall too. No. Calgary. Damn, a lot of people have a lot of centers. Okay. No, not Carolina. No. There's got to be a team out there that's. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Look, Nathan McKinnon 95 overall. Jesus. Okay. No. There's got to be a team out there that's lacking in center depth. Okay, Detroit maybe they can use him as a line 2 center because Rasmussen's probably not going to get it done. No, he's listed as a third line. He's not going to develop too much. So let's see. Maybe Detroit. Okay, maybe Detroit. Let's put Detroit in the back of our heads. Just I want to see if there's maybe a West team that we can trade him to. Damn, a lot of these teams are just stacked at center. Definitely using a lot of them for wingers. Is Detroit the only team that's like, okay, one, no, okay, not Toronto. Was Detroit the only team lacking in center? Really? Jeez, okay. Who was it again? Was it Calgary? No. Carolina? Yeah, Carolina. No, it was Detroit. Detroit. All right, so we're going to trade to the Detroit Red Wings. Let's get a draft pick. I don't think there's going to be any rookies that we could trade for. Let's just sort by... Okay, so there's a defenseman, maybe. Okay. This guy's left-handed offensive defenseman. Okay, so that's one. Or we got this guy, Drew Hickman. Hickman's really further along, and he's 19 years old. Okay. So Hickman could be ready by the time Pionk's done. So you know what? Let's add Hickman in there, and we could probably get a second-round pick. Hickman in a second. No, we could probably get a little bit more. Hickman, a second, and a third. I think that could work. Or maybe, we could probably get a first. Strome got a lot of trade value. So Hickman and a first for Ryan Strome. Does that go through? All right, trade accepted. There we go. Okay. So we got a rookie. We got Strome off the team for a first-round pick. And signed Auston Matthews. This should work. I really hope it does. And now we can focus on getting one of those wingers that I was talking about. So basically what you have to do is you go into forwards, you sort by overall, and you start from 79 and up. So you start the 79s. Where do they start? All right, okay, so they start right here. Let's just take a look. We'll sort by, okay, so already Brett Connolly right off the bat fits on line 1. Actually, no, line scouted for was line, no, line scouted on was line 4. You got to look at the top left there and the bottom, the Pro Scout assessment. So let's just go up. See if we can find someone that's good enough for line 1. So Matthew Joseph is one person we could get. Let's take a look at his other stats. One sec. So he's 79 overall, 4th line, but we can put him on that first line and maximize him. Yeah, he could be a guy we could look at. So right now, Matthew Joseph is the first one. Okay. Okay, here we go. Valentin Zykov. Here's another one. Was he 79 overall? Pretty good stats. I mean, this could be another one. I think I really like Valentin Zykov. You know what? Let's keep going, but I really like Valentin Zykov. So let's keep going. Okay, Nick Baptiste right off the bat, right next. He could be a guy. He's got really good stats as well. He fits on all the power play line and the offensive line. One. You know what? I really like Nick Baptiste, so let's just keep going. So Nick Baptiste might be the one, guys. Let's just keep going here. Do our due diligence. Okay, here's one. Zach Hyman. I mean, I would consider. Okay, no, go back. I would consider Zach Hyman 81 overall. He's got. You know what? It might be Zach Hyman, guys. How much does he want? 1.8. You know what? Let's get Zach Hyman for 1 year. He can get his chemistry back with Auston Matthews there. 1 year at 2 mil should probably do it. So Zach Hyman. So let's get him. Okay. Let's just sim a couple of days, make sure we get him on the team. All right, so we got Zach Hyman on the team. Good. All right, so we don't need to do anything else, I don't think. Let me just make sure all our contracts are good. 44 contracts out of 50. Yep, that's perfect. So let's just sim to the next season and take a look at our growth. So sim to next season. Let me just make sure that nothing's on our trading block so we're not interrupted all damn simulation with all these stupid trades that people are trying to offer us. Okay, let's cancel all that. Let's cancel all this. Okay, there we go. So guys, you'll see what I mean, and hopefully you'll see what I mean with what I'm saying. If not, I'll throw the link down below of the video I'm talking about. If you guys can't find it, it's pretty interesting the way the thing he figured out with this game. So I'm going to try to take a little bit off it, not too much, and see what we can do here because we should have made, okay, here we go. So we have something about Byfield. Totally forgot about him, actually. I just wanted to check in on you to see if you had some kind of plan and deal. He is the only one holding out right now. So we'll wait. Someone has to offer him something. But what I was saying is, out of that video, I want to take a little bit from that video and put it into the scene because we should have been making the playoffs the last 2 years. So I'm hoping this new method helps us to get into the playoffs at least, and then we'll go from there. So I'm hoping it does a lot for us. Okay, so we have a qualifying offer. So Byfield has been tendered an offer sheet of $3.45 for 1 year by the Minnesota Wild. You have necessary salary cap to match their offer and retain his services should you wish, which we don't because we don't have room for him. Based on the salary they are offering, you will receive 1 draft pick in compensation, the second-round pick for next year. For Byfield, I feel like we can get more for Byfield. Like, I really do. I think we could probably, you know what? Let's match offer and then take a trade. Let's stop simming here. We gotta make a trade. We gotta get Byfield off the team because he's not gonna have any room on the team. So let's just quickly get him off here. Yeah, and we can get more in a second for that. Look at that trade value. You know, actually, let's just wait till the sim's done. You know what? Let's do our due diligence here. Let's do the full sim. Get to the next season and see maybe he grows, he's worth more, maybe he fits somewhere and someone doesn't. Let's just wait. Let's pump the brakes a little bit here, Kyle. Let's go. All right, so we should be getting into the next season soon. It was August when I stopped there. So there we go. That's done. Let's take a look at our growth on this team. Should be a lot. We're hopeful team status, which is interesting. Let's start with the centers, guys. And we got Matthews, Kerfoot, line 2. Norris, probably going to play line 3. Unless we trade Byfield maybe for a third-line center because it looks like he fits well more on the 4th line. Gruden, I don't think he's right. I mean, this guy fits on the 3rd line, Gruden. But I don't know if Gruden's ready enough for the NHL just yet. I mean, he's got decent stats. He could be. Unless we have another center. No, Bodine. Or this Vorbev. Ooh, this guy could be ready for the NHL. On that 4th line. Wait, what's the 4th line? The guy plays more well. He plays the 3rd line as well. You know what? Maybe Vorbev. We'll have to bring him up and you know what? Let's bring him up right now and see where he fits. As for left wingers, Maurizio O'Reilly, 87 overall. Hopefully that does something with the chemistry or else we're in trouble. Byfield 84. We'll have to move him. Vikers went up to a 79. Okay. Let's just kind of go over here. Ivanov still 87. Kachuk 84. Mikheyev 83 overall, man. I love this kid. Good freaking kid. Just and Hewitt 80. Okay, so Hewitt's got to come up. He's got really good shooting stats. And we can't. Have to send someone down. Well, let's send Vikers down for now. Okay, in the system. Nope. NHL. We did it. We looked at all the right wingers. Yep. Defenseman, Chabot, Lindholm, Pionk, and Brandstrom. And then Smith and Yaros. Is it going to be Yaros? Let's take a look. Hernandez is still not ready. So he's going to take some a while to grow. So it'll be Smith and Yaros there on that last D pairing. And goalies, let's take a quick look. Wow, look at Tucker Tynan up to an 83. This guy's growing like crazy here. He might actually turn out to be our starting goalie and take Allenfeld's position because he didn't grow. So let's just take a look in the system. And Brigley's already up to a 76, so he's growing really fast as well. So I'm loving our goalie prospect pool there. I think we have a really decent one. So other than that, let's go on out of lines and I'll show you what I mean, guys. Let's see if it works. I'm hoping it freaking works. So the way they would do it was, let's just kind of best lines this for now. And where do they have? Why is this lineup the way it is? Where is Kerfoot? Why is Kerfoot scratched when I put best lines? How is that not the best line? So this is the +3, so that's good. The way this would work up here was it'd be Matthews, Ivanov, and then you'd have to move O'Reilly for a. Where the hell? Oh my God! Like this. Why is Hyman scratched and Mikheyev scratched? What is happening here? Okay, so let's move Hyman to the first line. Is that doing that? Okay, so it didn't work. So Hyman would have worked on the first line, but it said it didn't work like that. Let's just see. I want to do something here. Okay, so that made it a +1. Ivanov should be line. Okay, so this works. So Ivanov on that line 2. This was supposed to work. I'm sorry, guys. This was supposed to work. I don't know if any other line makes it a +5. Like I'm going for a +5 here, and okay, so that makes it a +3 for that first line. Oh man. Ugh. You could keep Byfield, but the guy's listed as a second line guy. Like I'm trying to find a perfect line combo here, and I'm not finding anything. Oh boy. Oh well, that experiment failed. Let me just keep trying this, guys. You know what? Just to save some time here, I'll be right back. See if I can find the right line combination that I was looking for. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, guys. So I tweaked the lines a little bit, and I'll just show you guys quickly what I've done. So we're gonna roll with Maurizio O'Reilly, Auston Matthews, and Alexander Kerfoot. Second line, we're gonna roll with Brady Tkachuk. I decided to keep Quinton Byfield on the team. He's going to play with Valery Ivanov. It just fits this way. I could put Ivanov on the first line, but then look, you see that it goes down to +1. If it starts to not work throughout the season simulation, I will switch these two back. But with the +3 there, it maximizes that first line. So you got a guy who can shoot on the left side there with Matthews at center, and you got Byfield at center with a guy who can shoot on the right there with Brady Tkachuk on the left side. It works too if I put Logan Brown or Brady Tkachuk switching, but Logan Brown still roll as third line checking forwards. I want to keep him at his role. He'll play with John Gruden. The name still gets me, guys. At center there with Ilya Mikheyev on the third line, and the fourth line will be Drake Batherson, Josh Norris, and Duke Hewitt, who is a really good sniper. As you can see, I gave him some good special teams unit or special teams time, because look at that shooting category. This guy's going to be an absolute stud if he can actually get his shooting off. So he'll be a nice fourth line sniper here to play with Norris and Batherson. As for the defense, it didn't work out as I thought it was going to either, so that's two things. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but maybe Lindholm just doesn't work well with Pionk. I mean, I could switch it like this and they'd be both +1, but I want to maximize this top D pairing right here, Chabot and Brandstrom. They each get a +3 here, and then I could always do this, but then like Lindholm's playing like third D pairing. I don't want him to do that. We'll see what happens. Lindholm still has 2 years left at 5.2, and we have some guys growing in the AHL and the CHL that could definitely take over his spot once that contract's done. So that's what I got for that. As for the AHL, I had to bring down Vitaly Abramov. Unfortunately, he's only got 1 year left at 2.1. He'll be an injury guy to bring up if we have him. Bodine will play center, and then Vikers will play another year in the AHL as well to grow a little bit. And then we have our other guys down there like Tristan Waugh and others down here as well growing. As for the defense, Hernandez didn't grow, but he'll play the first line with Dorsett, who is a 19-year-old that we've drafted too. He's one of our first-round picks. Patrick is going to be playing too now. Troy Patrick, England. Kaminsky, another guy that we drafted in the first round. He'll be playing this year. And then Artem Gurev, who we drafted as well in the fourth round, who is a AHL high top 2. I don't think there was anyone... There's a Shoots guy, a guy that we should be playing. A medium top 6. He wasn't too much of anything. We don't need to play him. No. So everyone that needs to be playing is playing. Out of the net. Oh yeah, the power play. So if we go to special teams, you can see we've maximized the first power play unit with +3 with O'Reilly, Kerfoot, Matthews, and then Pionk and Logan Brown on the D pairing there. And then the second line gets a +1. See, I guess the coach is calling me right now. The second line of Hewitt, Byfield, and Ivanov with the +1 with Brandstrom and Chabot on D. So 2 strong power play units there, and it'll definitely do us great for the season, I think. So as for that, oh yeah, so +1 for the 4-man power play. Nothing for the second pair, but that's all right. Penalty kill is both at a +1. Nothing for the 3-man penalty kill, which is okay as well. As for the extras, the 4-on-4 lines, I have it Matthews and Ivanov together, and Kerfoot and O'Reilly, and then the third 4-on-4 line of Kachuk and Byfield. 3-on-3 lines have Matthews, Ivanov, and Brandstrom, Chabot, O'Reilly, Kerfoot, Byfield, Kachuk, and Pionk. And then shootout is as follows as well. There you guys go. I put Hewitt in the second slot just because of his shooting category. Can definitely help us out probably in that shootout. And then goalies, we have the tandem of Alan Felt and Tucker Tynan back there, sure to hopefully have a good year with our goalie situation. So I'm hoping that we do make the playoffs, guys. I'm hoping for better things. So I'm hoping we have a good half of the season up to the deadline. So let's just sim right on over to deadline and see what happened in the first half of the season. All right, guys, we're here at the deadline, and as you can see, not the greatest record. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know how we can't ever seem to get a season right. I honestly don't even know what to do at this point. We are in 5th place in the division. We are, how many points back here of Boston? We are 5 points back of Boston. We are 8 points back of Buffalo, and let's just see if this even qualifies for... What are we at? We are at 65 points. Like, no, we're not even going to make the playoffs because now the final wildcard spot is held by 76. So, 76. Yeah, we're like 11 points away from a wildcard spot. So, I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, let's just kind of see if it's like... I want to see if it's our power play and stuff, but I really don't think it is. Point percentage. Let's see where we are on in the NHL. And we're pretty low. There we are. Yeah, we are pretty low for that. Power play percentage. Let's take a look. 15.2. Yeah, we're pretty low. We're one of the worst power plays in the league. So we could change the power play up a bit. Maybe that would work. The PK. Let's see how we are. I don't see us there. We near the bottom. Yeah, we're like one of the worst PKs in the league. So our PK and power play could be different. let's take a look and see how the team's done up to the deadline. Like, I really don't get what's going on here. So O'Reilly, Matthews, and Kerfoot and Ivanov, like they're getting pretty decent points. Like Riley's almost a 30-goal scorer. Ivanov's almost a 30-goal scorer. Logan Brown and Kachuk are basically even. Like, I don't get what's happening. And defense-wise, like, everyone's a plus. Like, even like Tyler Smith is a plus 16, and everyone's got a decent amount of points. Like, I don't get what's happening. And Tucker Tynan's having a good year. Like, both goalies have awesome save percentages. Oh yeah, so that's the one thing you guys didn't see. Should put that at the beginning of this video. I did trade away Allenfelt because he started the year really bad and we were tanking hard in the beginning of the year. So I had to get rid of him and I went and traded for Antti Ranta as a backup goalie, and he only had 1 year at 4.9. And then Tucker Tynan, I went with him. Like, I really don't know what to do. And even with the backup goalie, we couldn't sign the new backup goalie. Couldn't seem to find a way to win games. I tried shuffling the lines up a bit, and right now, currently, what we have now is these current lines. Like, I really don't know what to do. Like, if we don't make the playoffs this year, like, we might have to, like, we've blown up in the past. We might have to go blow up. Like, figure out who, like keep one line and everyone else gone. Like, just rebuild the entire bottom 9, because at this point, like, I don't know what to do. Or do we, like, we pick and choose who to pick from? Like, Pionk didn't really work out. Looks like we're getting pluses out of these top 4. Like, this might be our top 4. Maybe we move on from Lindholm, but Lindholm's done pretty well for us these last couple of years. I mean, he's not having the career year he's had the last couple of years. He might, but he's still in the plus. Like, I don't know. Maybe we move on from Lindholm. Like, or is it time to move on from Brandstrom? I really don't want to. I think Brandstrom's done really well for us. Let's take a look here. Yeah, like, I think he's done pretty well. So I mean, I don't know what it is. I honestly can't figure it out. I've tried changing strategies. I just don't know. I really don't know what it is and what line combinations that would work. I don't know what to do. So I could go out and get someone strong, maybe. Like, maybe it's time to move on from Maurizio O'Reilly. Maybe we can get I don't want to move on from it if we're going to get something out of him. Like, he's set to have a career year this year. Like, I don't know. Like, I could just do this and we build off this first line. We keep everybody in this first line. Everyone else is gone. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm really at a loss of words on what to do for the rest of this season. So I don't know. I don't even know if it's worth going out and getting somewhere. Or do we just sell? Like, do we just sell everybody right now and start fresh? Like, this is a big decision here. You know what? I kind of want to see what happens for the rest of this season. So for due diligence, let's just go see what the trading blocks are like throughout the NHL and just see what's kind of out there. So let's go to blocks here and just kind of see what's going on with who's on the block for each team. So we got, Christian Dvorak. I don't think I want to even go and attempt to get this guy. 1 year, I mean, it's a rental player. We don't really need a rental player. He fits on line 1. I can try to maybe get him for line 1. Like, I don't know. And even if I get him, like, do we know it's even going to work? Oh, I don't know what to do. See, so let's just keep going here. You know what? Go back up here. Ekman Larson. He's got 3 years, 8.2. Fits on all power play and fits on a D pairing. Or line 1 for defense. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do, guys. Let's just go through each team and just see what's out there. No. I mean, everyone now is in their 30s, and no one's worth really getting now.
there's just nobody. Gensel, I mean, but he's making 10.4. How many? 7 years? Like, that's a big commitment to commit to Jake Gensel. Yeah, nobody. Brock Besser, I mean, 9.1. How many years is left? Well, that's a pretty big rental player, but then we'd probably be paying him a lot. He doesn't really fit in any of the scheme for Dwight Wright. So maybe he's end up the coach. Maybe we got to fire the coach after this year. They want to give up their Bolt guy, Brennan Bull. I remember this guy in the draft. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. Clearly, the strategy I tried to get off of Johnny Superman there really didn't work. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong here if I didn't watch the video correctly. But you know what? Let's just send the rest of the year. We don't make it. I think it's time for a massive just explosion rebuild. We just restart again and then go from there. So I have to do a little bit more in-depth studying of the team in the offseason. But I just don't know what to do for the rest of the season. Like, I go through the line combinations and I don't want to stunt anyone's growth. Like, I kind of want to keep Kerfoot and Ivanov in the first line. Matthews belongs in the first line. I'm not going to take him off. So now you're left with these lines here. And nothing here is just like boosting the lines for anything. Like, it's just everyone gets a +1. That's great, but like, okay, so that gets a +3. We can try moving Duke Hewitt. If we move Duke Hewitt there, and we'd have to move like this is just it's tough. Like, there's no proper line combinations that I'd be willing to try here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna work, guys. And I don't understand if I mean, everyone's getting a +1 the way we have it like this, or the way we had Ivanov down here. I just don't understand. I don't know how we are losing games. I don't. So the only thing we can do is just change the power play up. So apparently this power play is not working. We're the worst in the league. So something's got to give here. So let's probably move Kerfoot here, and then maybe a defenseman would put it back up to a +3 maybe. Okay, so with Branson that makes it a +3. So we can try this combination, see if that works. And then we have no right-handed people on this one. So Hewitt here, I think Hewitt should be on the left side. We can probably put Byfield here, or Kerfoot here, and then Byfield. Do we have someone that shoots right that can replace him? I don't think I have anybody that shoots right with a I mean, Batterson does, but his shot's horrible. So Mikheyev, no. I mean, might as well just keep Byfield there, and then Logan Brown here at the point with Chabot. Now we can try that, see if that would work. Let's go to penalty kill. Apparently penalty kill is not working out. I think because Batterson's not a center, so I don't know why he's even there. Shouldn't it be Norris and Gruden? Alright, so this makes it +1 for both. So that kind of changes that penalty kill up. No, this should be Gruden. There we go. Let's kind of change this up so it doesn't get a minus here. There we go. Okay, so let's try it that way. Hopefully that does something. I did notice we lost a lot in the shootout. I saw a lot of shootout losses, so maybe the shootout line needs to be different. Let's put Ivanov first, Matthews second, Hewitt third, O'Reilly fourth. And let's take Mikheyev out. Let's see if we can put someone else in there. Let's put Quinn Byfield. So we'll put Quinn Byfield in there. All right. So hopefully this works. Let's kind of just take a look at the AHL really quickly. So Abramov, I mean, we can always bring Abramov back up, see how he fits into the lineup, or Vikers. But you know what? As of this moment, guys, let's just sim the rest of the season. Let's kind of take a look at the goalie situation. Okay, so Brigley's probably going to be getting called up next year. So when Rant is out, Brigley will come in. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do, guys. I'm at my wit's end with this team. Like, if we don't make the playoffs, an explosion rebuild again might have to, like a teardown might have to happen, is what I'm trying to get at. So let's pray for some good things here. You know what? Let's go week by week. So let's go to here and see what happens after that. So we win that first game. That's good. Okay, so that's 2 in a row. That's good. Okay, and we lost an OT. That's okay. We're still getting a point. Okay, there's a regulation loss. So 2, 1, and 1. There's 2, 2. Okay, so we went 2, 2, and 1. Again, that's not going to make us make the playoffs. So let's go another 2 weeks and see where we're at. Come on, guys. Get some W's here. Let's go. There's some big W's there. Come on. We can't. It's like we can't go on a win streak. We can like win 1 or 2 games and then it brings us right back. Like, so I mean, it's 3 and 2. 3, 2, and 1, 3, 2, and 2. Like, that's not. We're not going to make the playoffs this way. But we have 2 games against the Bruins, which I think are pretty big games here. If I can wait on the right side there, wait for the standings to come up. So, yeah. So we're at 78 points. Bruins are ahead of us, and then Blue Jackets have 86 points. So I don't think we're going to be making the playoff, guys. So let me just sim to the rest of the season. I highly doubt we'd make the playoffs. We'd have to go in some sort of winning streak to at least even be in contention for that playoffs, and we can't do it with a record like 37 and 30. So I highly doubt we even do it. I mean, there's the win streak I was just talking about. Oh, man, I don't think we're going to do it, though. It looks like it's going to come down to it. There's another loss that probably killed us and a win. So it looks like we're going to miss the playoffs with 90 points. And we were, look at that, 1 point behind the Sabres. Oh, and Matthews is a 97-point season. So do I even... I don't even think we consider a teardown. So let's just sim a day just to confirm. And again, we don't make the playoffs. So for like the 5th or 6th year that we're in, the Ottawa Senators are still not making the playoffs. But the second half of the season was definitely a better half of the season. You can see Auston Matthews with I guess look at the lines I've done actually helped and boosted the team late. Matthews getting a 97-point season. I wonder if that's his career high. Let's take a look here. That is his career high. So we just made Auston Matthews have his career high here in the Ottawa Senators. So we know we're keeping Matthews for the future. Maurizio O'Reilly with 74 points. Huge hit. This is definitely a breakout year for him. 36 goals too. So he's on the plus side. So we know we can keep him for the rebuild. Kerfoot, another big year. 69 points. What did he have last year? 60. So he went on the up. And he's a plus 30. So we know we're keeping him. So there's 3 guys we're keeping off the bat. Ivanov, again, this is definitely a better year than he did last year and the year before that, so I'm happy with that, the year we just got out of him. So there you go. We have 4 guys right there we're building the team around here. Let me set it by forward. So there's 4 guys right there we're building the team around. Byfield with 48 points. I mean, not too bad. Let's just take a look and see what his career stats were like. Oops, what am I doing here? Come on. Full career stats. All right. So 48 points. So that was his career high. So he's on the up. So although we're not making the playoffs, we're getting some production here. Logan Brown, Matthew Tkachuk. Maybe it's Matthew Tkachuk, guys, because I don't think we're getting anything really out of him other than like 40 points. And this was his lowest so far. So since 2019, 2020. So maybe it's time to move on from Brady Tkachuk. And then that means we'd have Matthews, O'Reilly, Ivanov, Kerfoot, Byfield, and Brown. I think Logan Brown finally deserves to be brought up to that second line. So that would be our top 6. So, and then Mikheyev had a good year. Batherson had a good year. So, like, pretty good production, just not making the playoffs. Even on defense, we had a pretty good, stellar production there from the top 4, even though Smith played a lot of the top 4 and Pionk was brought down. And I don't think we have another year of Pionk. So it's either we trade him away, we finally trade Lindholm away, and we try to get another top guy for that top 6 that could probably work with Pionk. So
Tynan had a pretty good year. 21. Look at this. 21, 12, and 6. 907, 274. For starting goalie, I can't complain. And in the games that Ranta played with us, 12, 6, and 4. So, you know what? That is pretty good. And then we have Brigley coming up next year as the backup goalie to Tucker Tynan. Let's just take a look at our AHL stats for our rookies down there. Look at that. Vikers had a 30-goal year down there. He's probably going to get called up to play in our bottom 6. Hernandez, not sure if this guy's growing anymore. Might have to move on from him. Tristan Roy grew a lot, 78 overall. This guy might even make the team next year, maybe not. Troy Patrick, the other Troy. Did we get any growth out of him? 72, not bad. Let me just go to defense here because I think we had someone else. So we had Jamal Dorsett. Jamal Dorsett, some growth out of him. And then the unsigned guys that we're still thinking of. So we have a lot of defense to change out. So maybe someone can get called up and play alongside of Pionk. Maybe we don't need to trade away Lindholm, or maybe we do and get at least a draft pick out of it. So let me just get out of here. All right, so again, another year of not making the playoffs, but again, it was a decent second half, so maybe we don't need to tear down. So, I mean, if we did worse, I probably would have considered it. So, you know what? I'm not going to end the video here. We're just going to keep going, guys. I think we're just going to go right on to the draft and see where we end up, and then draft, and then I'll end it right at the free agency period. So let's just sim to draft because I don't think our AHL squad is going to make the playoffs. I don't think. I should stop simulation. I don't think they're in the playoffs. No, they're not. So let's sim to draft. We'll see who wins the Stanley Cup in the Calder. Calder. I always forget I want to say the Calder Trophy, but it's the Calder Cup. Why are there two things with the same name? Draft scouting rankings. No, it's okay. It's okay. All right. So, Colorado Avalanche win the Stanley Cup, and the Bridgeport Sound Tigers win the Calder Cup. Okay, can I stop simming here? Okay, I want to see the awards. So, we're just going to go over the awards here, guys. So, good for Colorado winning that Stanley Cup. So, Matthews up to a 93, so we're getting some growth out of him. So, that's the second cup in the last 2 years. Back-to-back Stanley Cups for the Colorado Avalanche facing the Washington Capitals in the Stanley Cup final. As for the individual awards, Connor McDavid winning the Art Ross, Svechnikov winning the Hart Memorial Trophy, Norris, Cale Makar. So that's his third Norris in the last 4. Maybe we should go and get Cale Makar. Like, this guy's a stud, man. I'm actually considering maybe going to get out Cale Makar. Lady Bing, Brandy Point, Calder Raskinsevich from the Philadelphia Flyers. McKinnon, back-to-back Conn Smythe winners. Vasilevsky, 3 years in a row, Vezina. Mackenzie Blackwood stealing the Jennings from him, though. Noah Dobson, Bill Masterson. Zanin from the St. Louis Blues winning the Jack Adams. Couturier with the Selke. Ted Lindsay with Svechnikov. And Auston Matthews. Look at that. The Maurice Richard Trophy with the Ottawa Senators. That's what I love to see, boys. There you go. Big signing by Auston Matthews. It looks like it paid off. So let's just sim to the draft and see where we end up in the draft lottery. 15th. We're still sitting at 15. So we didn't move up, didn't move down. Looks like the draft was pretty ordinary as well. So that's fine. We'll see who who's around the 15th overall pick. Maybe we can get a late stud. Let's see here. I don't feel like trading up much unless there's someone really that we would need that looks good. Not really here. Nothing in that way. But 15. So where's projected 15? 12, 13. So this guy, defenseman Nicholas Rodin. We could interview him. We got Ellie Harvey, a defenseman with pretty good offensive stats as a defenseman. Maybe we should... Ellie Harvey, I think we'll have to interview because he could be good. They want us to draft someone down here. There's another defenseman, Vatanen. Right-handed, too. We'll have to check out him. 38 goals, 40 assists for this winger, Junior Yoshida. That is the sweetest name I've ever seen, Junior Yoshida. We might have to draft that guy just because of his name, Junior Yoshida. And then Toby Strimbu. Like, this guy had pretty decent stats, but where was the defenseman? He was in A-plus league, and he had 3 points. And he's right-handed. It looks like we have another pick right after. Oh, yeah, we have 2 first-round picks. There's a goalie that's supposed to go in the first round, but we have our goalie of the future, so we'll let that go to another team that needs it. Jesse Garcia is a guy we could take. And there's 2 goalies going in the first round. Wow. No one here that's got some good stats. Caught this guy, Connor McMillan. 4 years. All right, so we'll see what we can do here. I mean, maybe it is time to move on from Lindholm, and we can find somebody, or I think maybe one of our rookies are gonna get a big boost. Actually, we can take a look at that before we go into the draft. Actually, so let's first view draft class. Yeah, let's go to the draft interviews here. Okay, so we were projected 15, right? 15. So we have to interview Nicholas Rodin. We'll see how this guy is like. I don't know, was it the Harvey? Yeah, Harvey. So let's interview Harvey, see what he's like. First thing I'm going to ask him is his playing style and his readiness. I want to see how ready you are for the NHL, bud. He says 3 years. Okay, so it's a long build with this guy. Play style, let's see what he says. Okay, new topic. Let's go to skills. What are your strengths? All right, so that's it for the interview. Let's take a look at what we got, the overall overview of Mr. Harvey. So 3 years is NHL ETA. His skating is his strength. And he's a two-way defender. So we're more looking for like an offensive guy, but he has got the medium elite potential possibly. Let's just interview Nicholas Rodin next, since we could be taking this guy. So obviously we're going to find out how ready is this kid for the NHL. He says 3 years as well. So a lot of big building guys here. So let's go to play, or no, we did play style. Or why not? Play style. Okay, new topic. Let's go for personality this time. Okay, there we go. He wants to win at all costs. Interesting. So big overview with this defenseman. He's a defensive defenseman, passionate, and 3 years to develop. So I like the defensive defenseman approach there with this kid. So maybe him. And then we have Junior Yoshida, which is hilarious. And then let me just interview Remo Vatanen. Let's go to playing style. Your readiness. How ready is Vatanen? 3 years. Another 3 years guy. Let's just talk about personality and then new topic, skills. All right, no, that's it. Okay. All right, so 3 years, two-way defender. So nothing great here. We could always, we could trade up. I don't think we need another center. This guy, Zachary Coyle. Oof, he could be. This guy could be something, maybe. Is there anyone up here that looks good? Devin Stubitz is supposed to be the first overall pick. Ooh, this guy's got pretty good stats. A sniper here, left-wing sniper, Colin Nielsen. But we do have our guys already. Bradley Paddock. You know what? Let's just stick with our pick. And actually, let's take a look first. Yeah, this is what I want to do. Check the contracts. And go to the unsigned guy. See if they got any boosts. Okay, so yeah, Kostikson got a massive boost. Same with Winchester. These guys could be NHL ready and ready to go. Especially this guy, Vladimir Kostikson. And then also Bear Winchester. So we have some guys coming up here that are definitely going to be ready. Maybe more Kostikson than Winchester. So we'll have Kostikson for our defense next year, and we're going to have that will come up. Then we can get Dorsett. That's probably gonna get called up, depending on what his stats look like. So Dorsett, and I can say maybe Hickerman maybe as well. He looks like he might get a boost as well. So yeah, definitely Hickerman's probably gonna play next year. So Hickerman and Kostikson will get called up, meaning that we'll have to get rid of wait, where are they? Yaros definitely gone.
And then the other one was, who else played? It was Yaros and Smith. Yeah, Yaros and Smith. Troy Smith. Yeah, we might have to get rid of that contract. What did he do for us this year? Yeah, 9 goals, 13. That's nothing the greatest. So yeah, we can get rid of that. And then if we got rid of Lindholm, God, this is tough. Because Smith did fit in our top 4 with the boosted chemistry. You know what? We'll keep Smith, and that'll be our top 4. And I think the bottom will be those 2 guys in the minors. So we'll keep Smith. We're going to trade Lindholm away. I think it's finally time to move him, and then we'll see what we can get for him. I think we could definitely get at least a pick for him. So let's start the draft, guys. I don't know if we can find trade. Oh, we can find trade in the draft. Okay. So let's just see what we can get for Mr. Hampus Lindholm. See what we got here. So let's find trade. They're going to give us Ryan Strome. I think I have to fix the block here. Yeah, edit trading block. We're looking for just draft picks. We're not looking for players. So let's get rid of all this. Surplus. Let me just get rid of all that. And we are looking for draft picks. So we want current picks of on and on. So we want current picks for this year, and then 3 and 4 for next year, I believe. No, we can get the first 2 picks for next year as well. I'm okay with that. So we're looking for draft picks in the end for Hampus Lindholm. So now we fix the block. We can hit find trade again on Hampus Lindholm. It's going to make us go back to the defense. Okay. And find trade. So, wow. So, Columbus is willing to give us a 16th overall pick this year and the first next year. And that's the only thing we've found. I'm going to say accept that. So, that's 2 first-round picks for Lindholm. I'm going to say hell yes to that right away. Thank you, Lindholm, for your services, but it's time to move on, and we're going to get 2 first-round picks for Hampus Lindholm. And then we have now the 15th and 16th. So we have back-to-back first-round picks and a 20th. So actually, we have 4 first-round picks for this year and then 2 first-round picks for next year. So still almost making the playoffs, but also rebuilding at the same time. So you know what? I don't feel like trading up, so let's just sim to our picks now. Let's see. Anyone before us got picked. Oh, medium elite. So Suzuki was a stud, late stud there. Oof, that sucks for the Penguins. A high top 9. That's basically like a medium top 6 there. Yeah, no one in the 80s though. That's crazy. So I don't think there's gonna be a lot of 80 overall players here. So let's see what we got. We can pick one of the defensemen, either Rodin or Harvey. Whose stats look better? So in an A+ league, Nicholas Rodin has 2 goals, 3 assists as a defenseman, 22 penalty minutes, and a +2. So that's pretty good. And he's played 14 minutes a game. In a C league, Harvey's played at least 23 minutes a game, 11 goals, 10 assists. He's more of the offensive defenseman, but he takes a lot of penalties. But in saying that, he has had a +11, and that's 68 games, and it's only 26 games for Rodin. So it's either we take the 2-way or the defensive defenseman. I don't know. So I think they're both 3 years, too. Similar style, Mark Howe. Who do I take here? So actually, look at this. Central Scouting had Rodin at 6. And then Central Scouting went 16 for Harvey, but he was his previous ranking was 14, so he dropped. So, you know what? I'm going to take Rodin. I think the better pick is Rodin, so we'll take Rodin. Let's see what he is. A medium top 4. That is perfect in a defensive defenseman. I'm happy with that. Definitely a long building player there. So the next pick, let's take a forward. And I already know what I'm going to take, guys. I'm taking him, Junior Yoshida. Not gonna sleep on this just because of the name. I don't care what he ends up being. Junior Yoshida, medium top 6 sniper, even better. So Junior Yoshida, welcome to the Ottawa Senators and a future member of this top team for sure. So now we have the 20th pick, so let's just sim to it, see what we missed out on. So Harvey was a medium top 4 as well. That's all right. Burnett was a medium top 6, and same with Strimbu. But we did need another center. So now we can take Vatanen or this Garcia guy. He's a center.
He's projected 3 years in the making. We got Tommy Kerman. Don't have anything on him. We have a goalie. We can take a goalie. So let's see here. 34 wins in 68 games, 903 save percentage. The goals against average, not bad, but it's in a C league, so that's not the greatest. An A league, this guy's got at least 18 wins. Save percentage is really bad, and goals against average is not bad. Is horrible too. So I'm not taking any of the goalies. I think we might take a forward, or we take Raimo Vatanen. You know, I'm going to take a chance on this Jesse Garcia guy. Jesse Garcia, welcome to the Ottawa Senators, and he's a medium top 6. Not bad at all. Oh, look, we have another pick. I forgot we had 4. So we can actually take somebody else here. I mean, I could take a chance on a goalie, though. God. Is there anyone later that we can move up here that's worth moving up? Look like anybody. Robinson Thomas, no. Anybody late that could be a steal? Maybe Tremblay. Ooh, Tremblay's got pretty good stats. 2 years, Claude Giroux. Like, you know what? I'm gonna take Tremblay late. I'm gonna bring him up. Why not? Medium top 6. So a bunch of medium top 6 guys and a right wing playmaker. I'm fine with that. Let's just sim it to the next pick, and it's pick 92. All right. Let's just see what's left. Okay, so it wants us to take this guy. We have a Turkov, and potential medium elite guy from the Ice Dogs. There we go. Braden Edmonds. 5 years, though. No one really... their goalie, Noah Doan. Only played 5 games, so he's a backup. No. Yeah, slim pickings now, guys, and we're into the 3rd round. So let's take that one guy. I think I've seen it was a 2-year wait on him. Where was it? Was it Edmonds? No, it is 5 years. I thought there was a guy that was like a 2-year wait. Was it Gallagher? No, but he's a 3 years. You know what? Let's just take this Gallagher guy. Not waste any more time. And medium top 9, whatever. So there's not a lot left. So let's just sim the entire draft. I'm fine with that. And there we go. So hopefully our scouts helped us with the rest of the picks there. Yeah, so we got some pretty good players there, guys. Let's just quickly go into re-sign here and see what the big re-signs have to be. All right, so Quentin Byfield needs a contract. He went up to an 85 as well, so it looks like he's growing. We have $22 million, so we have the cap space to pay for Mr. Byfield. So let's give him, to get him to his 27 age, we need to give him a 5-year deal. So 5 years at 4.6 I think is good enough. So there we go. Mikheyev, he still wants to come back. He's 30 years old. You know what? We'll keep him for another year. Why not? 1 year at $2 million. I'm happy with that. Mikheyev, come back. Duke Hewitt, 82 overall. Good growth out of him, so we'll bring him back. 5 years to put him at 27. God, this guy could be a steal for us. You know what? I'm going to give him some money, though. $2 million for 5 years. That's good enough. There we go. Vitaly Abramov, he wants to come back. I don't think we have enough room for him. So we have Matthews, Ivanov, Riley, Brown, Kerfoot, Byfield. Kachuk, we're going to have to maybe look to trade, because I think Kachuk's out of here. So we'll have to look for Kachuk. And then Mikheyev, Hewitt, Norris, Abramov doesn't have room on this team. So Abramov, you're not playing the 4th line. We'll let someone sign you in the offseason. Batherson, we're bringing back definitely for the 4th line. We'll give him a 1.8 deal for 2 years. Vikers is probably going to play the 4th line now, so we'll give him a 2-year minor league deal. And Gruden, bringing back for the 4th line. Let's give him a 1-year deal at 1.225. Other than that, any other... no, Hyman doesn't want to come back. I don't blame him. We didn't play him at all. Mercer, let's give this guy a contract for the AHL.
Balsers, yep. You know what? Let's still bring back the AHL depth guys to help the rookies out down there. We got some players here that, you know what? They're top 9. These guys are not going to do anything. Let's just release these 2. And then we'll see if we can sign some more rookies. So, Fashode. You know what? These guys, let's just bring them back, especially this guy, Tomerns. That's good. A low top 6. There we go. Let's give him a contract, play in the AHL. We got a medium top 6, 18. No, he'll have to wait. This guy can leave. 18, 20 years old, 63 overall. Yeah, Sorgen might be okay. Yeah, I'm going at random here. No. We got a low elite that's signed already. Okay. All right, so that's good enough. Defenseman. Chabot, Brandstrom, Pionk, and then Smith will be our top 4. And then, like I said, Dorsett and Kostiksin will come up and play for that bottom pairing. So that'll be good. And Hernandez will probably need another year in the AHL before we figure out what to do with him. We won't sign Yaros Hickerman again. He might be another guy that needs a call-up. Winchester will play in the AHL. So we'll offer that contract. We'll get rid of England. Then we'll have Schutz. Yep, we still have all these guys to fill out that bottom. Okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we're good with that. All right, so that's all done. And then the goalies, Anthony Ranta, sorry, can't re-sign you. But we're going to have Brigley come up and be the backup goalie because now he's up to an 80 overall, and he's sure to get some growth in the offseason as well. And then Sanford, and we'll need to sign a backup goalie for the AHL. So, all right, so we did all those signings. Let's just advance a day. Hopefully everyone re-signs. Let's just forward through. I think some people didn't re-sign. We still have $16 million in cap. Let's just go down here and see who didn't re-sign. Who was it? Batherson didn't. Okay, that's interesting. You know what? We'll give him 2 years, whatever. We'll give him what he wants. 1.975. That's fine. So let's advance day. All right, so Batherton stayed on the team, and I don't think there's anybody else. Okay, so now that we have everyone re-signed, I don't think we're going to need to sign anybody in free agency. We'll just take a look at maybe if someone can fit in our top 4 defensive-wise, because I think our forward core is good enough for what we did in the late part of the season. So let's just go and do our due diligence and see what the free agent brings us. It's probably going to be another big one, I guarantee. And sure enough, there it is. Mitch Marner, the other Toronto Maple Leaf player, free to go. Casey Middlestad, Brock Besser. Yeah, you know what? I'm not re-signing. I'm not signing any of these guys or making an attempt. So I'm just going to leave that at that. What I will look at is defense. If there's anyone that could fit in our top 4 there. Let's just see. So Slavin could be a guy we can look at. He fits on all defensive pairings and on a defensive pairing number 2. So Slavin maybe. Let's take a look at the next guy. Shea Theodore fits on defensive pairing 1. Tony D'Angelo. Nate Schmidt. Nate Schmidt could be a guy we look at. So maybe one of these guys. Or unless we just keep Ty Smith. You know what? I think we're just going to keep Ty Smith. I don't think there's going to be a goalie we need either. No. So I think I'm just going to keep Ty Smith. We're not going to sign anybody. And in the next video, we will start off the next year. And hopefully, guys, make those playoffs. So that's going to wrap it up. I'm Kyle from the Armchair GM Sports Network. And for the NHL 20 GM Mode commentary series, I'll see you guys in the next one.